Commander. FDIC insured. USDA approved. We're back for the second half. Some people have said The Expanse is great. Others say the Battlestar Galactica remake was great. I say the Wing Commander movie could have been good. It could have been. It wasn't,
Let's
but it
just take all the sci-fi, like every single sci-fi made, and then just make us something like machine script writing.
No, the machine learning. I fed 1,000 hours of Star Wars scripts.
But like all of the sci-fi mixed together and see what comes out of it.
I feel like we had that. It was called Valerian, and it wasn't very good.
Yeah, right.
Yes. Oh my god.
My favorite machine learning was the one that makes the commercials. Yes, you will buy the breadsticks. You will worship the stick.
Was it Valerian or Jupiter Ascending that like killed Mila Jovovich's, or not Mila Jovovich?
Oh no, that was Jupiter Ascending. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mila Kunis, is that her name?
Kunis, yeah. Kind of like she hasn't done anything since, I don't think.
Did you guys see the machine learning SpongeBob episode that they did?
No.
Oh, it's brilliant. Hang on, I'll see if I can find it. It's real good.
Well, we got Cotton in chat right now working on creating new character art and templates for the show, so, you know, I literally always have my artist working like 100% of the time. Sometimes I wonder if maybe I'm like an ancient pharaoh, like in Yu-Gi-Oh! That's been reborn in order to crush artists' dreams.
I mean, you're paying them, so I don't know.
I mean, yes, but also I might be working them to death.
You said you drew it. You said you drew it. Cut it in half and half each.
That is, first off, that's not Egyptian. That's the wisdom of either Solomon or King David. I think that's probably.
I think it was Solomon was the one.
It's Solomon. Well, I mean, Solomon's just David's son. They're basically the same person, except David literally sold his son to God when he was born and was just like, look, here's the perfect king. Do whatever you want with him, God. The Bible is weird. Speaking of things that are weird, Agrim, you're currently being lowered into the mouth of a lizard.
Yay. Well,
it's a new experience for you as well. Dwarves don't spend a lot of time in lizard mouths.
Generally, no.
It's way too warm and wet for you.
There was that one time at that one party, it was really weird, and we had to get it was a whole thing. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna shoot it.
The lizard or the rider?
Actually,
just remember, everything's at disadvantage.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna try and break. No, I shoot the rider.
Sure.
Yeah.
By the way, I want to give a shout out to Guam. It is my favorite island and also my favorite American protectorate. Guam.
What about Ecuador? Was it?
Ecuador is not a American protectorate. It's its own country.
Yeah, Guam has
and Ecuador doesn't watch the show or any of my shows.
I think Guam has the highest percentage of U.S. military applicants per any territory.
It's got a pretty high percentage of APGamingREAL viewers. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah.
Guam.
Do we have Guam viewers here?
Oh yeah, I'm big in Guam. You know, I showed up one day and I was like, oh, I've actually been big in Guam since the beginning. There must be one guy in Guam who's like, well, I mean, I like this guy, and then it just kind of spread around the island. 40%
of the island's a military base. I mean, you got some downtime, right? Anyway,
I mean, look, it's not as big as Germany, right? But Germany has a lot more people than Guam.
About 20/7.
How about 20/7 indeed? You shoot the lizard for 20. Oh. It hits for 7 points of damage, and the lizard is not in a great place. When you take a crossbow, lower it into the mouth, and fire it directly into the innards, you feel a little splash as this thing throws up on you. As it's trying to lower you down in there. You're pretty sure you might have punctured its stomach a little bit.
Oh, the better to dig your way out of it.
Or you should have tried to fucking eat me.
Got anything else going on?
The
better to eat you with, my dear dwarf.
See,
like trying to eat a hairy chicken nugget. It doesn't go down easy.
Oh!
Just so you mean a kiwi? A kiwi bird?
I thought you meant the bird for a second. I was like, wait a minute.
AP's already dry heaving. Come on, man. It's a good analogy.
The lizard and I are in the same place right now.
Trying to escape this thing is a full action, yeah?
Yeah, it is your action.
Okay.
So
then I've got nothing else.
No longer have that option. Daka, you're being lowered into the mouth of the lizard as well.
I have more arrows to shoot. I'm already
Sure.
I don't know how I feel about that statement.
Things could be
Nope,
whoa.
That's not very good.
You go, and all that preparation you did with your bow is broken in a single moment as the lizard bites down on it, and you hear some cracking, splintering. If you get another one before mending this bow, it will snap.
I'm going to Horde Breaker on the dude with Hunter's Mark then.
Okay.
Wrestle it out of the thing's mouth and shoot again. 14?
14 will not hit.
Fuck.
Your arrow comes so close, it glides over the armor. It just deflects, angles off, and doesn't deal enough damage on the recoil deflection to injure him. He just kind of goes with the blow backwards.
Damn it. Well, I'm going to be eaten then, because I don't think I can do anything else.
Kelly.
So, what do you want me to do here? You want me to come over and stab a lizard, or attempt to?
Daka just quietly resigned to his face. He's just like, I'm gonna be eaten. Over the sound of lizards dry heaving and slashing and, you know, people being eaten, Kelly just like hears it and he's like, in a conversational tone, hey, you want me to come over, bro?
I mean, like, I'm literally, like, from my side of the battle, it sounds like wet tuna slapping on metal. You know what I mean? It's like...
It's like, I'm gonna trust Kelly's judgment and be like, no, I'm fine halfway in this lizard.
Okay.
Kazuma! Kazuma!
But here's the thing. If I come over to you, I'm bringing 2 lizards to the party, my man. You know? Like,
You can't healing word from a distance?
Iron Man's just like, I'm bringing the party to you.
I can, but healing word is very minimal. It's like 1d4, I want to say.
Yeah, plus the
Daka, you ever
bonus.
heard the story of Jonah?
Ooh,
We just got done talking about how weird the Bible can be.
it's true.
I mean, in that same like series of scenes in
Oh yeah, Jonah. And then
Avengers,
they
he goes
cut his
through
hair
it
and then
and-
the building fell on him. It's fine.
What? What?
sure.
Did you just mix Samson and Delilah? And I don't even know what the building story is.
I was just continuing the Avengers.
Yeah, I just. You're too deep in, Drumurboy. I can't even follow it anymore. Kelly, what are you doing? Daka is deadpanning. No, I'm fine. As he's being very visibly eaten.
Well, I mean, I'm
And you can see his bow is
That's a-
splintering in the process as well.
Does he ask that to Agrim as well?
I mean,
Okay,
Agrim is
so-
being lowered into a fucking lizard.
We're both getting eaten right now.
Yeah, the difference is that you have 58 booty butts and he has what, 12?
I'm just saying, if he's asking, Agrim be like, you're in the lizard, not just fine, just having a great, absolutely fantastic.
Well, I don't know that he's updated his hit points as to what they actually are on Roll20, but
I have not on 20. I have on D&D Beyond. Sorry, I'm at 39 of 58.
okay.
I'm at 11 of 28.
11. Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. I can go over there. I could hit the lizard. Maybe the lizard will die. If I'm good. I could go over there. I could cure you for 1d8.
I've done a bunch of damage to it. I hellish rebuked it. I did shoot it in the face once.
But here's the thing. If I'm coming over, I'm bringing 2 lizards with me.
You gotta make a decision, Kelly. It's all on you.
The difference is the other 2 lizards
he's
are not
told
currently
you-
eating him.
He's told you he's fine in the most sarcastic, deadpan way. What are you doing?
Alright, let me see. Hang on. So that's 1 attack opportunity.
You'll be fine. They can't possibly hit you. A 19 or a 20 on a die never happens.
All right, so 2 attacks of opportunity, Arthur. I guess.
They're both 20s. No. That does
That's
hit though.
19.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that a bite or is that a restrain?
The bite and the restraint are the same thing. It happens on the bite. So you take 6 points of damage. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw to hold your concentration spell. You
Let
need
me
to
just do my HP real quick before I forget.
Okay. You need to make a 10.
So con. Yep.
Okay, you hold the spell.
And-
Now you need to make a counter grapple. either strength athletics or dexterity acrobatics to not get held. And if you're restrained, you won't be able to get over to Daka.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go strength athletics. Oh, yeah, we're good.
Oh yeah, you're real good.
Yeah, we're real good.
The thing's still on his foot. He's just like shaking it.
No, I'm just like.
You drag it behind you for a moment before it has to let go.
It bites your foot and you just kick it in the face. Fuck off me.
You make your way over to Daka. What do you want to do?
Kelly, fancy seeing you here.
I felt a little bit of Zoidberg there from you.
Oh,
I'm just gonna be happy with that lizard. Why not?
Don't worry, I will surgically remove all 4 of your hearts. No. I'm going to flame tongue. Sorry. What did I call the sword?
Token of victory.
Token of victory.
I'm gonna token of victory the lizard.
Okay. Don't roll a 1 again.
Just stabs me in the face.
No, yeah, you fucking. Well, Daka, have you ever heard about these things called tauntauns? Kelly one-hands the flame tongue longsword down the length of the lizard. Its body splits open, and just the worst fucking smell erupts out of it as its stomach and all of its internal organs get seared. The rider drops
I love
free.
the idea that he slides out with the guts, like just slowly on the rock, you know?
And I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
So he is adjacent to the both of you.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, so
Well,
he dismounts no problem.
Can I move back to the lizards now?
Yes.
I'm no
He will be able to get a reaction attack on you though.
That's fine.
Okay.
I use 25 feet, so I'm going to scooch on back to. Alright, so I can move 5 foot. So.
Club attack.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, hang on. I can only move 5, so I'm there.
All right.
Because I'm used to having 50-foot fly speed. Sorry, it's been a while since we played this.
So Daka, you're no longer restrained, but you are prone as you roll out of the body of the lizard.
sick.
Man, the body of the lizard sounds like it'd be a really good rap album.
Be a great God, I'm trying to even think of a black metal band or something.
So
The metal band Battle Juice had a rap rock song, Juice of the Lizard Guts or something.
Battle Juice, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
let's start with Finley. Finley, you take a hit.
boy.
Let's talk about being eaten by a lizard. You'll need to try to
I was gonna
escape.
say Finley. Oh my god.
Finley takes 5 points of damage as the lizard begins eating him.
Yay.
Talk to me about your choices in life as to escaping. I'm thinking acrobatics
Yeah.
is your better option, but don't let me pick it for you.
No, it's gonna be acrobatics.
Okay, I thought so.
Oh,
No, you're in the lizard now, mate. You're straight.
That's 2 salutes.
You're in the lizard now. You're in the lizard now.
Heavy club attack followed by shield bash. That is a critical heavy club and a connecting shield
He
bash.
hits the lizard on the face. Come on, it has to be that.
It's a critical. It's at advantage. So he got the 18, not the 1.
Uh-huh.
Gotcha.
So he hits me through the lizard's mouth.
No, he's hitting you. He's hitting you in the head. So you're not fully inside the lizard.
Oh, I thought I was all the way in.
No,
Like up to your head. He's just like
you're up to your waist. This guy
Just-
bonks you on the head for 7, and then backhands you in the face for another 5.
Like one of those
So
classic
I'm just-
on the
just-
on the cliff with like the fingers over the edge, except for it's like at the edge.
No, please, no! You take 17 points of damage this round.
Oh, well, that means that I pass out while I'm putting just the tip in this lizard's mouth.
Well, I have to tell you, if you're still unconscious at the beginning of the next round, the lizard will eat you and you will basically be dead.
Sweet.
is his head still poking out?
Yes,
Just flopping around.
for now.
Because I can healing word you, and you just like wake up and you're like, oh, what's happening? And then
It's not exactly a situation you want to wake up to, but yeah. All right, Agrim still being eaten. That's gonna hit. Agrim, you take 10 points of damage, followed by a
I'm
hit.
sorry. I'm having so much fun.
Oh my goodness. He gets a critical shield bash.
Oh my god.
What is the likelihood of getting a 20 and then a 1?
What is happening?
So you take 6 and then 8 points of damage. Your total is 24 for this round. This lizard rider combo is incredibly effective at wrecking the shit out of Agrim. You're just like being drawn in. You're cranking your thing. The lizard is just biting on your lower body while this guy's beating you and slashing you. Then we talk about lizards trying to eat Kelly.
All right.
Let's see if we can hit that 23 one more time. No and no. And then Mr. Man is attacking Daka twice. He bellows out as his lizard dies. He's like, ah! And then he makes like a ooh la 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 la, and then just with renewed fury attacks. I'm pretty sure 2 18s are gonna hit.
Yeah.
That fury is pretty furious. I wanna say that's a very effective level of fury. He ooh la la la's his way into 13 points of damage.
That will take me to 0.
All right, you fall unconscious. Finley, speaking of being unconscious, let's make a death saving throw.
Okay. I can do that. I know how to do these. It always works. If I can find the thing. What is it?
First
It would have
page.
been so bad.
Page, right?
Core stats.
I got it. Hey, how about a natural
You
20?
immediately pop up with 1 hit point, and you have your full turn. What do you want to do?
Oh my god. I had the weirdest dream.
Oh god. It's true. It's still happening. Oh god.
Oh, this has to be
done.
the funnest episode I've had with this in a while.
Why is this happening?
What's interesting is that none of these creatures are individually super powerful, but the combination of the restraining bite is really just disabling you guys.
Well, I
pretty
mean,
badly.
everyone here is perfectly capable of succeeding that roll. It's just that
Your
we're
rolls
lucky.
have been pretty bad.
Trash.
I've also been at
except
disadvantage for over half of this
my
fight.
last
That's
one.
true. That's true as well. Like if you start losing in this fight, you continue to lose at a very bad pace.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to acrobatics my way back out of the thing
Sure. All right. Make your roll.
because
Acrobatics.
I only rolled at a +5, so I should be fine.
You're
Hey.
out. Okay, so that's your action. You have a bonus action and a move left.
So remember, you can bonus action disengage, or you can bonus action stealth as well.
There's
Hide in the
nothing to
sand.
stealth behind right here.
Yeah. What am I? I'm just gonna go invisible in front of them? No.
It is in the middle of a desert, an open desert in the sunlight,
I mean, what is running away from him? gonna
on
be?
wet
The next
sand,
turn,
so he's gonna leave
he's
tracks
just gonna
behind.
Kill me anyway.
Look, man,
Right.
you could run and hide underneath the cart.
Where's the cart? How far away is
The
it?
cart is the teal object over here.
Oh yeah.
When you turn to look towards the cart, you
That
could see
is-
Exus is under it, and he like waves at you. He's like,
Yeah.
"Hello."
I was like, don't you do anything? You know what? No, screw it.
So
I mean,
you can disengage, then move, and you get what 25 feet? I think you
yeah,
get.
25 feet. Not very much.
But if you go up here, right, you have some pretty good cover. He won't be able to get
That's
to you
true.
too easily.
No, he'll get right to me. I'm just trying to think. Like, should I try? I mean,
Well, no,
the
you
rider's
can't.
on
You
the-
can't ride. Like you'd have to ride.
I want to remind you
around.
that wall is only 1 foot tall, so
Yeah.
I mean, the
Oh,
lizard can
this-
literally just post up on top of it and be like, "What's up?"
See, what I'm thinking is this rider is got to be close to dead. He had blood gushing out of him. I've done a pretty good job of fucking him up.
Yeah,
That's a
that's
good point.
that's a pretty good indication.
I just
But
had
you can't attack this round, right?
That's correct.
Oh,
Use your full action.
Because you
to
spent
do
your
it.
action pulling yourself out.
Actually, you can offhand.
offhand. Yeah, I was gonna say.
In
isn't
order to
that-
offhand, you have to attack as your first action.
Okay, shit. Okay, well then, fuck it. I'm gonna bonus action disengage,
Okay.
and yeah, I'm just gonna move 25 feet away.
Yeah,
Yes.
the lizard tries to stomp on you, and you roll underneath it, and you get away. The rider is like speaking in Draconic to it, and like gesturing towards you, and the lizard seems confused at how fast you're moving.
Is the bottom half of my outfit cleaner?
Oh no, it's covered in saliva and blood. It's way less clean, and it feels warm and icky. It's like you've been lowered into a vat of Nickelodeon goo, but the stuff that they made back in the 90s, right? And it's 20 years old now, so you're like, oh no, it's so warm.
Yeah, out of the microwave.
That's right.
You've been gooped. Speaking of
I
someone,
lean over the 1 foot wall
A
and
5-gallon bucket of melted American cheese singles.
And I'm good.
Yeah.
that is a big bucket of 5-gallon American cheese. Oh, that's disgusting. What would you even do with that much American cheese?
I mean, eat it, obviously.
But
chicken
why?
nuggets,
American
that's
cheese is like the worst cheese.
You just dip it in some hairy nugs and chow down.
It's technically not even cheese.
I can believe that.
Legally, it's
The
not
only
cheese.
cheese in the world that would ever form its own skin.
I would put it in my cereal like a normal person.
It's just flavorless, right? Like, am I not the only person that believes that this?
Yeah, I mean, legally, it is cheese product. It has to be 51% cheese to be.
Oh
illegal.
my
It's to be
god.
called
Well,
cheese.
Agrim, you're about to become cheese product of this lizard, so.
You can actually buy American cheese like in deli form, like in a big block, and it's actually pretty good.
51% of you is inside this lizard right now, so let's talk about that situation.
I'm thinking about doing just a Hail Mary, but I don't know if I want to do it or not.
I mean, I can get Mary on the line if you want, but
If you
I
kill
don't
the
think she's
dude
going to answer.
with your hunter's mark on it, you can like actually have.
Well, what I'm thinking about doing is doing a Hail of Thorns and shooting this guy in the face.
And hitting yourself?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
The other thing that you could potentially do is hail of thorns to 2 lizards that are around me, and I'll take a hit. And that might be enough to kill them. Because, remind me, did those 2 take fire? One of them is fully healthy. That's
I
the
don't
one
think
that.
either
had
of
the-
them are taking any damage.
One of them has, I
They are
thought.
both untouched.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
don't worry about it then. Yeah.
Yeah.
You call over to Agrim, you're like, hey, attack these. Agrum's like, I'm being eaten right now.
Little Acrobat.
I think the idea here is like you could either one of your how much HP you got left?
15.
Okay, you still got a lot, right?
I took 24 last round, so.
It's like 1 round's worth left.
But you also got to remember they're getting advantage on you by you being restrained. So a priority for you would be to get out of the restraint.
Yeah.
And every time you attack, you're using disadvantage. So it's actually very unfavorable for you to attack at this point. So my suggestion would be to break like what Finley did, the restraint that you have, and try that. Like honestly, breaking the restraint makes much more mathematical sense in terms of like.
Well, I also don't have disengage like he does.
But the thing is, like, you will be able to.
I mean, I'm all for giving it a go.
It is your choice, Agrim. What would you like to do?
When do you take a defensive action? Is that by giving up your attack?
Yes, if you want to take a defensive stance, it is your attack.
Okay.
Is to take a dodge action and get
So what happens when you shoot a
advantage.
hail of thorns? How does that work?
So you whatever the next shot you take, whatever it hits the target, and then what is it? Everything within 5 feet of it takes 1d10 nature damage with a dex save for half.
Yep.
Okay, so by that definition, you'll be rolling 2d20 with you're taking the lowest in order to hit something, in order to do an extra d10 worth of damage to it.
Well, you do the bow damage and the addition, but it would hit both the guy and the lizard, and I've already damaged.
And yourself.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I've already done damage to them. But yeah, I mean, getting out makes sense. It's just,
But you get out and then
I'll
he'll
throw
be
you.
able to-
I'll throw you a bone here, Agrim. If you want to hail of thorns in the inside of the lizard's body, I will let you do it
That's
without
amazing.
disadvantage, and any hit will kill it, but it will still deal a d10 of damage to you, or whatever it is. And even 1 point of damage will kill it if you hail of thorns it from inside its body.
Alternatively, you still have a potion you can drink.
You're right, I do.
Because nothing says I'm dying like as you're being lowered into a lizard and beaten to death, pulling out a potion and drinking just enough to counter the damage you took that round.
Yeah.
I think making the save
Maybe
is probably gonna be better.
killing the lizard might not be a bad idea.
Yeah. Okay. So we're. You know what? Fuck it. Why not? Right.
What do you want to
All right.
do?
All right. I'm gonna bonus action hail of thorns and.
Are you shooting the outside of the lizard and also hitting the lizard folk, or
No,
are
I'm
you
shooting
shooting the
into the
inside?
lizard.
Okay, no disadvantage.
All right.
If it hits, it kills him.
All right. So. 21. Well,
It would have killed him anyway, apparently. So,
Okay.
you know how in all those space movies, when a ship explodes, normally it like has a really brilliant explosion, but sometimes it like stays together for a moment, and then it like belches outwardly? That's what happens to this lizard, right? You like fire a crossbow deep inside it. It seems fine for a second, then the hail of thorns goes off, and the lower half of its body just
It's like
in a spray of blood and shit.
Remember Starship Troopers when she throws a grenade into that thing's mouth and it swallows it and then it sits for a second and then just outwards.
I need you to roll the D10 plus nature damage or
Okay.
whatever to yourself.
Yeah, and I
But
have to
you're
do the-
unrestrained and prone.
Wait, but he killed it with the normal attack. Does he still have to do the other attack?
it still goes off.
Still
against
Hail of Thorns, the
everything
inside of the
AoE.
body, and he's inside of the body.
Yeah, it does the AoE.
I let him know that
5
ahead of
feet.
time. That was
Yeah,
part
no, I
of
knew
the.
that. It's fine.
That was the
so-
devil's bargain.
So that was the.
rider?
No,
Yes.
he hit.
Well, no, wait, wait,
He hit the inside of the lizard. The lizard is dead.
So 1d10 and that's 10.
Wow.
If I'm on the ground, I still get my deck save.
Yes.
Okay, what is?
And
the-
you're unrestrained when that happens, so you get the
sorry.
non-disadvantage save.
Yeah, it's not on roll 20, so I have to look it up in the what is it? The deck save.
Just roll a d20 and
It's 12, I
Okay.
believe. So
you know, we'll
Yep.
see whether you get. Cotton says, "I've never seen someone so
15.
hesitant on killing the thing eating him before."
well, I mean, I could kill it or I could try to get out of it. I mean, it was both were. So 15 and 5.
All right, you are prone, and you have your move action. That's it, because you use your bonus.
That's fine.
You can use your move action to stand up. It's
Yes,
half your
that
move.
would be a wise move.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna stand up.
Stand up.
Yes,
Anything
I
else?
do. I can't do anything else, so it'd be it.
Ducka, make a roll. He hits a 20. No, he didn't. He got a 5. Would have been really cool if you would have also gotten a 20.
That would be, but as my rolls this session.
So, like, that's not very probable. There's only a 1 in 20 chance of that happening, Arthur.
yeah.
Speaking of a guy who's a 1 in 20, he's the 20th of a 1 in 20. Let's talk to Henley.
Okay, so
The
I would like to do
20th?
something interesting, Arthur, and you tell me whether or not it's possible. I would like to. I have. I can. So I have one more spell to use. One more. I would like to pick up Ducker, cure wounds as I throw him over here. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I'm thinking about it.
So he would be unconscious when I pick him up. So you could
Yep.
argue that he wouldn't have his bow or something like that to make the pot a little sweeter. But
No,
he would
what I'm
still
really
have his
concentrating on
dagger.
is does he take damage when he lands?
As long as
I
you
mean,
don't throw me more than
it's
10.
Only a 1 foot
Hi.
wall.
All right,
It's
so no,
sand.
yeah, but
Yeah.
here's the deal. All right, here's the bargain. As part of this, that is technically part of an action, right? Because you're not picking up a minor item; you're picking up a whole humanoid body. You will need to make a certain amount on a athletics roll to throw him.
I
Healing
also
him,
have
no
nine-
problem. Healing him is no
I
problem.
also have 19 strength.
I'm aware. I think that there's a very good probability you'll make it, unless you roll like a 1, which would be funny.
Okay.
It's
So
just you're doing a lot of
anyone-
actions here, right? You're like lifting him up,
Yeah.
you're healing him, and then you're tossing him. I just want to know if you're physically capable of doing this. So
So I'm
hit him
I'm
with the
gonna
heal
yeet my
first. Let's go
friend.
ahead.
I'm gonna yeet my friend. You want
Yep.
me to heal first?
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll do the heal first.
Oh my god.
Just toss me face first into a 1 foot wall, please.
This bitch is empty.
All right. So cast the cure wounds. All right. Yeah. Wow, that is. Wait, that can't be right. It's got to be plus my wisdom, right? Hang on.
D8
Yes, it
plus-
should be +your wisdom.
My spell casting modifier. So that's only rolling a d8 there. So My spell casting, I believe, is +2.
It's whatever your wisdom is.
So that is 6 HP for you.
Sweet.
Does that include proficiency as well?
No.
No,
Spellcasting ability modifier. So hang on.
just charisma. Or sorry, wisdom.
That's your wisdom.
Is that
Which
it? Okay.
does not include proficiency.
I wake up just in time to be yeeted over a wall.
All right, make your athletics roll.
Okay. Well, let's see if I yeet this man.
Why?
Athletics.
Why? Nope. Okay.
Hey,
got it.
alright.
What's your strength? 19?
19. So
Okay.
that's like probably 15 feet. Maybe.
I mean, you get him over the wall, right? He's conscious and awake as this happens, so he's just gonna whoa. You make a dexterity saving throw, Doc, to see if you can land, 3 point before getting wrecked.
Or alternatively,
Nope. You
Okay.
hit the sand and roll.
I was gonna say, what if there's like a performance check in here to see if he's still dead? Oh no, I guess my
Oh, he's very much alive.
Actually, no. Acrobatics wouldn't have made a difference. So just keep that.
It would not have. No. It is lizard time. Unless you've got a action surge, which I don't think you have because you already used it.
No, but what I think I will do is I'm going to move here. So I take 1 attack of opportunity
Okay.
in order to put so that this guy, if he moves,
That'll
that'll do. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, that's a
You're gonna
rough
make
one.
a 10 on the Constitution saving throw.
Yeah. Oh,
Nope.
okay. So I dropped the spell. So I'm down to 21 AC.
Stumble back. All right. I also need you to make that athletics roll to not be drawn into the mouth of the lizard.
Oh, that'll work.
Yeah,
though.
you're good. Again, it feebly tries to attack. So it's the same one as before. It feebly tries to hold it onto you, and you just.
I mean, making like failing my concentration makes sense, considering I'm like, trying to save my friends, but also keep the attention of all these idiot mobs around me and stuff.
I was secretly hoping you get grappled though. So it's just like yeet, and then a lizard comes up and just like latches on the top of your head.
Just ignites the sword inside the lizard and just problem solved.
So Finley, you're hiding, beside this wall, and the lizard just proudfoots on top of it. Brings
Now,
down
you know
the
what
head
it is?
bash.
It's that scene from fucking Jurassic Park when they're hiding inside the Velociraptor's like,
No. What's your AC?
16.
Wow, nothing. These guys barrel over the wall. Wham, wham. Suddenly, all of their luck has left them. Using the wall as cover, you roll out of the way of these attacks and just don't give a shit.
I'm just a little guy.
This
So,
guy
Finley,
that's
you should have a potion as well, by the way. In case
Yes. You and I both have. I don't know if Daka does.
No, all of you do because I still have 2 potions
That's
in my.
right. We talked. We bought them from. Yeah, we bought them from the lady. You right? You right?
so this guy that's standing over you, Agrim.
Oh yeah, I have a greater health potion. Yeah.
You stand it up, moved back, and now he's got his club out. He releases his grip on the base of it and goes to the leather strap that's wrapped around it, and he's like whoosh, 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 whoosh. He's gonna try to like hit you with it at high speed, and then shield bash you. Man, without advantage, these rolls feel like they're so worst. Just oh no, they're great. They're great, actually. They're the best rolls I've ever had.
You had to open your goddamn mouth.
I know, it's so good.
I'm probably unconscious, honestly.
4
You
points
rolled
of damage. How you doing there?
I'm still up.
Good, because now you take the real damage.
Bad rolls. Bad rolls. Bad rolls. Bad rolls.
11 points of damage on the shield bash.
Still up. I'm still up.
Oh, he punches you in the face. The shield rides along your face. There's twin
my headphones
claws
is-
from the spikes on the back of it. You got this bleeding slice on your face, but you're still up. You just don't give a fuck.
I'm standing, just blood. I'm just, you're gonna have to try harder than that, you piece of shit.
Over your head, the image of a honey badger appears holographically, and it says achievement unlocked.
Flash back to the fight in the canyon with the milk when I just got Boromir'd but didn't die. I'm just like, you're gonna have to try harder.
There's an announcer somewhere screaming the name Rattel very loudly. Kelly, let's go ahead and eat you.
All right. So 21 AC. So that's what, 18? No, 17.
Oh, it almost hit an 18. All right, and then the guy that's standing next to you is going to try to club plus shield bash. No. And no. So now you're not completely surrounded, Kelly, but you're taking attacks on all sides. There's huge monsters hitting you. Your armor is being covered in blood and saliva and lizard mucus, just bashing everywhere. The noise is horrendous.
I start laughing real loud.
It's like you're in a rainstorm.
Super loud. I'm just like cackling with glee.
You hop on your broom and fly 50 feet away. Finley, you're still alive.
No wonder you lost your paradise.
I'm alive.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna stab the writer with.
Okay.
Oh no! Wait.
No, you should potion,
Health
dude.
potion. I'm going to use a greater health potion.
You pop the cork
4d4
off.
plus 4.
What was it?
4d4 plus 4 for a greater.
I have to remember how to use this website. 44 plus 4?
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Hey.
13.
Hey.
I'll take that. I'm up to 14. And I will use my bonus action.
Remember when you guys couldn't figure out whether it was worth the money to buy that potion?
It was worth it.
Bonus action what?
Disengage and run away. I go right behind it.
Danger, it's ugly.
Hey, Grip. You look around and suddenly Finley's behind you. He teleported behind you. You're like, what? What?
I too shall consume my health potion.
Don't forget to upgrade your roll 20 hit points, Finn. Because your bar still says you only have 1 point.
I receive 14 points of
damn it.
healing.
Exactly the same. Oh no, you're one higher. Yeah.
Gloop, 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 ba, 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 ba. Those are the only 2 potions you guys had of that type, right?
Correct.
I believe so.
So let me update this, and then I am going to. Let's see.
Did we buy 2 or 3? I thought we
About
bought 3.
3. Daka,
who's got the
Finley,
third one?
myself all had one.
Ah, there it is. Daka's got it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I still have 2 lesser healing potions, which is the 2d4.
Yes, because you haven't had to use them. Let's see what do I got.
All right. Okay, anything else you want to do, Agram?
Yeah, I'm gonna move. Actually, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Bam.
Slap myself in the face. Get your shit together. So that is.
I actually don't think you're going to be able to do that.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. You're right. So I was thinking it was a bonus action. No, you're right. I will, however, move my Hunter's Mark to this guy in front of me.
But the guy that has Hunter's Mark on it's not dead.
I can bonus action move it though, or I can cast it again. I'm casting it again. I'm not.
Oh, okay. All right.
Moving it freely because this guy needs to die. So, and then that'll be my turn.
Very well. Daka, you're alive. You're prone. You have your bow in your hand.
How he's sideways on the map. I just saw that.
Yeah.
I always do that for people that are prone.
But it looks like I threw him and he's face first.
He is face first in the dirt, right?
Pretty much.
The way Kelly believes he threw him was holding him by his legs and turning around 3 times and then letting him go.
Like a hammer throw.
I mean, it's a 1 foot high wall. It's not like you're not. It's not the Olympics.
Like it's like
that shit perfectly. Thank
it's like very clearly the Monty Python. Like the guy goes out of frame, but it comes back down as like one of those ragdoll dummies.
I like I'm having the visual image of you yeet him over the wall and just 3 halflings pop up with score signs and just disappear.
I was actually thinking about the Halo, the original Halo Combat Evolved, like automatic like arms flailing like ragdoll.
Yeah.
When you like blow up 4 of them at the same time and they all do the exact same motion, like yeah.
All right, Taco, what do you want to do?
I've hit this guy before, right?
Oh yeah, I mean he's got hunter's mark. He's injured.
I think we both have shot him once before he dismounted.
It's also worth pointing out you don't have your bow.
No, he does have the bow. It's in
I
his
do have
hand.
the
Oh, he does? Okay,
Yep.
cool.
He kept
Excellent.
a death grip on that shit.
What I could do though is like
You could move back and then shoot him.
He has to stand up.
I have to stand up using half my movement.
So you can move back, what, 15 feet then?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
and then
wouldn't-
take a shot. That would be,
I could
that'd be,
I could either take a shot, or since he's hunter's marked and he's right there, I could jump over the wall and dual dagger.
or you could go like over here. That way it's a lot harder for the lizards to sneak up on you too.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like you've got a lot of options. But in this duel in the desert, underneath the hot sun, which one will you pick?
Well, I guess you could get, no, you could get there if you go or 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you could get there. Yeah.
I'm assuming the 1 foot high wall is difficult though.
Nope. You can just hop
1
and
foot.
run along the top of it.
Sick.
Consider it like the Overwatch grease map where you can like jump on top of stuff and then like run along the top of the old buildings.
So I'm gonna pop up.
Yep.
Grab my. Hey, there we go.
You run along. As you do, you pull out 2 shotguns and then you go Death Blossom. You can firing them, dropping them everywhere.
Immediately getting stunned by a McCree and shot in the face by Widow.
It's always high noon somewhere in the world.
So I can get up to like over here.
Like you can get behind this crate here, so in that space.
And get the wagons there too.
The wagon
Yeah,
is
I
the
know,
teal
you can-
outline.
So you can go, yeah, you can go right
I can
there.
get there.
Yep.
From here, half my movement. 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Yeah. So when I'm here, I'll do like a callback to the one of the first episodes of the show, like turn around, bow drawn, kind of super awesome slow mo thing, and miss completely probably. Oh no, 19.
Nope. Give me your hunter's mark damage.
5.
Hey.
You run along the wall. You turn and slow draw. You skid to a halt against a rock. You hold it for a moment, worried that your bow might snap with any shot. You let go. The arrow bends and hits this guy in the head, and then the arrow hits him in the eye, and then the hunter's mark explodes out of his eye. He falls down super dead.
Awesome.
Where do you want to move your hunter's mark?
You could probably maybe put it on one of the lizards I've got, and then we could both focus
I
a
was
lizard
actually
down.
thinking of
Or maybe
throwing it over
like,
this guy,
yeah, that's the other one I was thinking about too.
because like you're still pretty tanky. You've got 21 AC.
Yep. I should be okay, and I got 2 health potions over here, so I think
Yeah.
I'll be okay.
Daka,
just-
you thought you were going to be in some deep shit, and instead you did some really cool stuff.
I just like it's not very graceful though, because I'm still covered in slime or like American cheese slices from the waist down.
For a moment, for a very brief moment, you wonder if this is what Rorik feels like all the time.
You're getting tarred because there's slight sand blowing on you, so it's like sand is sticking to you now.
Yeah.
Do you mean the being dirty or feeling like a slimy coward? Which
No, I mean running away and making a majestic slow shot that kills your enemy in one blow. That part. The cool part. All right,
Oh,
Know
Kel.
the rest.
I'll like when I drop down behind the wall and like go behind the cart, I'll give like I'll give
Exus
that
is down there. He's just like, how's it going out there?
Good.
You like spit and like like it's in like stomach acid like comes out of your mouth.
Yeah. I'll go like I'll throw back to her just like it's fine. It's going fine. It's fine. It's a flashback to being half inside of a lizard.
It happens to the best of us. Speaking of someone who hasn't been half inside of a lizard yet, let's talk to Kelly.
I guess I'll just start swinging a sword. I'm gonna go for the one below first, Arthur.
Sure.
17
Yes.
and with 14 slashing and fire.
Understood. You slash into it. huge, deep blow into the lizard that you pull out, cauterizing it as you go. The lizard just.
Real quick, I just want to see if I can, because I have some superiority dice that I can use here.
Yeah.
So
what ability would you like to use?
When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can spend one superior die to attempt to goad the target into attacking you. That just gives an extra 1d8 damage on top of it, so that's not so bad.
Does lock it into attacking you and not anybody else.
Yeah, but it's already attacking me, so
Sure. I mean, you can't go wrong with more damage.
Which
hang on.
maneuvers do you have?
When you attack on your turn, when you take the attack action on your turn, you can forgo one of your attacks. Okay, no, that doesn't
That's
work.
Commander Strike, and you can't use it.
Yeah. When you hit a creature attack, you can spend one superior die to maneuver one of your comrades into a more advantageous position. You can use this. Okay, I will do that then, Arthur.
Okay.
I will spend. This is maneuvering attack, and I'm going to give it to Finley, so you can.
Okay.
Move up to half of its speed.
So you can move.
Provoking attack of opportunities as far as you want. So you
You
can
move
go
10
anywhere.
feet, Finley.
10 feet.
Another 10 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then that is, I think mine is a D8.
It doesn't provoke opportunity attacks, just in case you want to run past something, but I don't think
Yeah.
it's. Yeah.
Like, for example, if you want to come into close combat with me for whatever reason, you could probably do that or whatever, or you can get closer to this guy down here next to.
So it requires seeing or hearing in order to perform this. So what do you motion or say in order to move Finley supernaturally?
I say, Finley, don't stand around. Move somewhere.
As you put your boot on the creature and pull the sword out.
Putting on his move. So 10
What would Gleemo think?
Yeah. You said just 10 feet, right?
Yes, just 10.
Yeah, then I'll just come down here.
Extra 3 damage, Arthur. Well, maybe you should go here instead, because then you're not going to get
Oh, that's right. I can go
lampooned
through.
from the other guy.
That's a
pillar
pillar there, so you can't stand there.
Oh,
Oh,
well.
That's also a
then.
pillar there.
what about here?
This in
Here?
between space is not a pillar.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. This man is chasing after Finley, and instead they're gonna go up against Agrim. Oh, Agrim.
Sorry, buddy.
Oh, Agrim, I'm killing you. What's your AC?
16.
Welcome to the mouth of the lizard, my friend.
This motherfucker. Okay.
You take 10 points of damage.
Ugh.
Do I get a? Well,
You get a deck save or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, you get the save to
Okay.
not be drawn inside. Athletics or acrobatics.
Oh wait, sorry. That was I mean,
Doesn't matter. It's a 1 on the roll, man.
God damn it.
You're inside the belly of the beast. If the next turn comes around and you're still in there, it's bye bye. Oh, you're not dead yet. Oh,
No, I'm not dead.
okay. Well, let me
Took a
get
healing potion.
back to killing you. All right, now the rider is going to try
Speaking
beating
of
on you.
Zoidberg,
Speaking of Zoidberg, that will hit with the bashing and the slashing. Heavy mace, 7. Sorry, heavy club. Are you dead yet?
Nope.
Okay. Are you 8 more? Are you dead now?
I'm unconscious. Yes.
Okay. Damn it. This other guy was about to attack Agrim, and then his buddy ran up and just beat the shit out of Agrim and started eating him. And then he looks around the pillar and sees Finley moving around. He's like, ha 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 ha.
No.
He chases after you. First up,
Oof.
mace attack with the club. Finley takes 12 points of damage. In the process, he swings his shield wide and slams it up against the pillar, and you hear a cracking noise as the bone shield splinters. One more roll like that, and the shield will not only no longer provide a shield bonus, but will be destroyed in the process and can't be used as a weapon.
Awesome.
How you doing with 12 hit point loss? No, you're still alive. Shit. Well,
I'm still alive.
Speaking of shit, let's talk about how Kelly is about to be eaten. Nailed it.
Oh.
Nailed it.
I mean, that would have hit me regardless.
I
if
know,
had
I know,
anything
but I
else.
wanna, I just, yes. 12 points of damage.
All right.
Make your roll to not be eaten.
What's that?
Athletics. You probably succeed.
No.
You do not. Welcome to the inside. So here's what happens. As that's going down, this guy comes around the other side, leaps up on the wall. Your lower body's being drawn into the first lizard, and the second one's gonna try to grab your upper body while they pocky game you. They do.
I know exactly what I'm going to do, Arthur, on my turn.
They do the
I'm gonna
lady and the
spin
tramp.
as fast as I can. I'm going to alligator these things.
You're trying to death roll inside their bodies.
Yeah, with my sword out, just like.
All right.
You like that fun hero?
No, bitey bite on your head. So like it's getting its mouth around your head, but you're flailing around with your sword out there, and it just doesn't want to eat a flame tongue longsword. That's everybody. Finley.
Yeah.
Do the do, my man. Do the do.
Yeah, I'm
Stab the lizard.
gonna stab this little guy.
You're gonna stab this little
I'm gonna
guy.
stab him in his face.
No. But
Do
you
that-
can
do that
follow up
offhand.
with a bonus attack.
What's that?
You can follow up with
You
a
got the
bonus
offhand.
attack. Yep, offhand attack
Yeah.
with the dagger.
I shall
You go
do
to
that.
stab him, he ducks behind the cock. Ooh,
Oh
shit.
Get fucked, boy.
Yeah, that'll work. 7 points of damage. That hits.
Yep, and now I die.
Wait, what
Unless
was an AP
someone-
ruling? What do you mean an AP ruling? Nothing? Okay, I'm suspicious now. I feel like there's a secret chat where my judgment is being called into question.
No, there's a thing called whispers that people haven't figured out how to use.
Yeah, I don't use.
Just use Discord if you want to
Chat
talk
very
about
often.
me. It's fine. Whatever.
No,
I don't
we're not
even
talking about you.
care.
We're talking about performing a certain action based on previous logic.
Oh, you want to shoot the inside of the lizard body? No? Okay.
No, my idea was if by the logic of my first escape, if he shoot hail of thorns the guy outside because I'm inside the lizard, I should take damage.
I'll accept that.
Fuck yeah, then.
But that will require him submitting to being inside the lizard. But of course, you're being eaten, so you don't have a choice.
I'm in it anyway,
Yeah.
so it's. I mean, it's Hail Mary,
Finley,
so-
you deal heavy damage to this guy. He drops to one knee but doesn't go down. He's breathing heavily. He's just enraged by the loss of his lizard. All his friends are dying. You know, he's only got like one companion left, but it looks like you guys are also equally fucked up. And he just looks around and takes notice and is like, to the end! To the end!
Or just until now.
Ikram. I need you to make a death saving throw. If you get that 1, you'll pop back up. Or sorry, if you get that 20, you'll pop back up. If you get that 1, you'll start that path to death, that lonesome. Okay, you have 1. You have 1. Daka, if that lizard's turn comes around and Agrim is still being eaten, that's it for him.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do?
Issue is that guy hasn't been hit yet, so it's tough to know.
Finley shanked him like once.
He
or twice.
has been stabbed.
Yeah,
The lizard
he
has
has
not
been
been damaged at all. The lizard is completely untouched, but the rider is still very much injured.
All right, Hail of Thorns bonus. Or,
I mean, it's a long shot, but like,
You
what else?
spin the arrow around in your hand. Swoosh, swoosh. You draw back your bow, infusing the arrow with magic. Magic missile. Technically is a magic missile. Unfortunately, it doesn't hit.
Horde Breakering to attack the other whatever.
Sure,
I mean,
sure.
yeah, it's your next shot that hits, so technically,
I
Hail of
know.
Thorns.
Yep. You fire again. Yes.
There we go.
Okay, you hit the lizard for 6 points of damage.
Okay,
Hit me
and
with
then
that
with Hail
hand.
of Thorns.
Yeah.
9 piercing.
Well,
That's Hunter's mark on the other guy, right?
indeed.
Yep.
Counts as a hit.
The Hail of Thorns is a dex save for half.
Yep, the lizard saves for
For
4.
half. Yeah.
The rider super dies, not even including your as yet focused
Hunter's mark.
hunter's mark. Yeah, he'll still die before that ever comes around. In the process, the lizard spits out APGram and begins eating his own rider.
Yes.
Nice.
Where you gonna put your hunter's mark?
On this guy, and as I point to him, and like the purple smoke wraps from the corpse of his friend around him, I'm gonna just tell him, "You're the last one left. We'll leave you alive if you leave now."
Remember, he can't understand you because he only speaks Draconic.
I'm your translator and I'm unconscious.
Yeah.
But everyone understands the international language of wrestling.
Yeah.
So, you know, one finger around.
Yeah. Can I intimidate check him?
Oh yeah, for sure. Go ahead.
No, it's pretty average.
Yeah, it's not enough. Not during the middle of the combat.
Maybe enough to get his attention to me. instead of
It
Finley,
does
but
briefly break his focus on Finley, right? Like he
just
turns
like your
toward
camera.
you.
Oh, it's back. Okay.
You menace at him. You're not clear, right? Like what you were trying to get him to do is stand down, but maybe now instead you've got him to focus on you. Kelly, you are being eaten. What would you like to do?
I'm going to athletics spin to win.
You're trying to break out of this?
Yeah.
Okay. Athletics. Just make this roll. Just a reminder, this is your action. I'll tell you, you don't need to know the DC. You could just make the roll.
How's an
Yeah.
18, motherfucker?
You spin out, in the process, unproning yourself. Whoosh.
Yeah.
I like to think he doesn't escape. He just gets spit out because he's in metal and he's unedible.
It's his follow-up album, Rise from the Lizard. It's just the lizard pointing upwardly, and Kelly's pulling himself out of it. He's got angel wings.
Yeah.
You ever been to a bachelor party?
What?
It's the shittiest stripper in a cake ever.
What?
You okay, Arthur?
I think I'm gonna lose it at that one.
Am I the only one that's been drinking this whole time? Because Jesus
Kill
Christ.
him.
Dude, it's like 5 in the morning for me.
All right, Kelly.
Yeah, that's
Bonus
I think
action
that's-
movement. Anything else you want to do here?
I would really like to drink a potion, but I know I won't be able to get away with that, so I'm good.
No, you
Good
don't
time.
have enough time.
Now, I could bum rush Finley and push him out of the way. How do you feel about that?
How do you
I
feel about that, Finley?
I have 2 hit points left, so I don't know if getting tackled.
It won't deal damage to you if you want to just let him push you.
Yeah, that's fine.
So you want to be able to
After
push
my
him one
turn,
square.
You'll get attacked, right?
So you push me 1 square? Well,
Yes.
what's the purpose of that?
Well, then I would be in the way.
He'll
and-
push you out of line of sight.
yeah.
You'll be behind the pillar.
True.
Yeah. You'd be like, you could go here or here.
I don't know if you ever played Final Fantasy VII, but there's this great materia called cover, where you would just leap in front of attacks and be like, "What's up?"
Yeah.
Take the damage for you.
That's fine. Yeah, let's knock
All
him
right.
around.
In order to have this happen, however, Kelly, you're going to need to take 2.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Let's roll that up. See what
We'll
happens.
see how that goes for you. Plus 22.
22 will hit me.
Make your roll. You take 9 points of damage.
9. Okay, that leaves me at 1 HP, so that's fine. I've still got my
That's not a
orcish
phrase you hear
zone.
very often.
It's fine.
Well, I mean, so here's the thing.
I know you've got your half-orc ferocity to bring back
Yeah,
your
I got all that.
to
So,
1 HP.
So now I need to what? Do another athletics check
Yep.
to see if I can actually do this.
See if you can escape the grasp of the lizard.
Is it
Yep.
13 good?
You're good.
All right. So Finley, you can
barrel
go
into Finley.
here or here, and I'll go here. So,
Finley, you get shoulder tackled by Kelly
Yeah,
as he.
that's fine.
so if you go here, you'll probably be okay for distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. All right.
Yeah, that's good.
All right. The one lizard is eating his delicious, delicious rider. APGram lies dying in front of him. This guy is going to chase after Kelly. This one is going after Daka. It's actually going to climb on top of the wagon so that you can't use any walls or cover from it. So let's start with Mr. Man here. Kelly's just run in front of him and taking his target. He was looking at Daka, and then Kelly appears right in front of him, and he's like, ah! 22 will hit with
that'll do me. So any damage he does will put me down.
4 points of damage. You want to Orcish Ferocity yourself back up?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So he hits you.
I don't think I get a choice at that, by the way. I think it just happens.
Sure.
So.
He hits you, and it looks like you're going to go down. You stumble for a moment. You fall. Then your eyes go red. And you rise back up to your full height, and he's just like screaming in Draconic. He's like, ah! As you just get back up.
Yeah.
Lizard is going to try to eat you again. Lizard is going to try to eat Daka again. Yes.
Oof. I'm sorry, Daka. Maybe that wasn't the right move to make.
4 points of damage, but you will need to make your.
I'm still up.
Well, you will need to make that athletics.
Or the dexterity or whatever.
It's only athletics to go in at the start.
Which is, I have proficiency.
Okay. Yes.
Oh?
Yep.
Yeah.
It tries to eat you whole. You spin roll out of it and keep your footing.
Sick.
Finley, it's your turn. People are going down left and right. The enemies are dying. Your team is somehow still up. Except for Agrim, who's expiring quietly in a corner.
I mean, I can't really do much for him.
That's so sad.
I mean, you could help Daka by jumping on that lizard, maybe.
Can we? I don't know if we can coordinate here.
I mean, hop on the lizard, what, and fucking tame it?
Get on its back and stab it in the back.
Finley lassos it, and then he goes into the mini game where he's like, X, up, down, B.
My only thought is, I've got a greater
racing.
I've got a healing.
I love Chocobo Racing. It's
I've
the
got
best.
a potion of greater healing left. If you want to save your turn, I can try to get it to you next turn so you can feed it to Agrim.
Yeah.
I've also got 2 potions on me.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Well then. All right. I'm going to take a shot with my short bow at the lizard by Daka.
Okay. All right. You pivot. You turn. After stumbling sideways by getting shoulder checked by Kelly, the lizard leaps up. You shoot at killing it in the process.
Nice.
Daka, not a minus 51 hit points. Well, it doesn't matter. Daka, this thing tries to eat you, and then a moment later you hear a thunking noise. You see its tail briefly go up and then come back down, and then the whole lizard just rolls all over the cart. And it's just like,
Daka, Finley a high five or something.
I use my bonus action to do a 1980s movie wink and nod. Wink, nod, and smile.
As the credits roll over your face.
That's right.
And then the montage at the end, we have like the little blurbs of what happened to us.
Yeah.
Agrim was eaten alive.
Kelly was also eaten alive.
Just Agrim's dead body laying on the ground, Finley's head flopping out of
After 1982, Agrim was never seen again.
Yeah.
Daka never figured out how old he is, and he went out to live in the woods and go crazy.
I really feel like both Finley and Spootnik would do a really good job trying to sell me tequila.
That's right. I'm gonna not use a bonus action because I don't need to, but I am going to run further away under the cart.
Nice.
All right, Exus, you slide in down there, and Exus has to make room for you, and he's like, how's it going out there?
Wouldn't you like to know, piece of shit? And I shove a dagger in his hand and say, get out there.
It's just like, I'm just a guide.
It doesn't matter.
I'm a ferryman. I don't know how to fight.
You're responsible for our safety.
All right, make a persuasion check.
In the bad guy. There you go. Problem solved.
Persuasion check.
Yeah.
You're right. I shouldn't
22.
be such a bitch.
All right, yeah. You could see he's preparing to pull himself out and throw himself at the lizard.
Good.
At initiative round 0, at the end of this round, he's going to go out there and fight.
Exus is gonna be like the guy, whatever his name, Barry from Deadpool 2.
I'm thinking of, you know, the scene in Gladiator where they first fight is that you get the really big dude attached to like the secretary guy. That's what I'm imagining happening.
No, this guy's gonna be the guy that Indiana Jones shoots after he does the sword twirl.
Daka, what are you doing?
Oh, did I make another death saving throw? Do I need to do it?
Did your turn come up yet? Yes, you will need to do that. Yep.
Fuck.
You have 1 and 1. Daka. What would you like to do?
How are you looking, Egram?
I'm unconscious.
He's looking
No,
like a
what's your-
guy
what's your
that's
state?
1 and 1 in death saving
I'm
throws.
at
1-1. Okay.
Now, was this lizard up here hurt? The one on top of Daka? Agram, sorry.
Yes.
Yes, because he Daka exploded it with a
So
Hellthorns.
I would shoot that one because otherwise there's a coup de grace coming up.
Kelly's just like, shoot that one before it kills Agram!
shoot her.
As Kelly is also being eaten.
It's your turn next. If you can feed him a potion, I can possibly take care of these two guys. Because he's
That
got
is
my.
an interesting conundrum.
He does have another Hail of Thorns.
I don't.
He's
Yeah.
gonna Hordebreaker.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I use.
You know
my
what? I will fucking take that bet. I'm down.
Okay. Show me the power of your rolls. That's what really matters.
I'm gonna jump up on the wall.
Who's target number 1?
Hail of Hunter's Mark, man.
This is the most Rorik you've ever been. You're like, da 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 da.
Don't do the music. This is gonna go bad.
There's a slight wind behind you.
Oh.
So who are you shooting first?
The guy with the Hunter's Mark.
The guy with the hunter's mark.
The guy with the hunter's mark.
Roll
guy
your
with the
hunter's mark
hunter's mark.
damage.
8 damage.
Starring fucking.
His name was Robert Paulson.
Richard, yeah,
Dude,
Bronson
wait.
probably play him.
He dies.
Damage has been awful. There we go.
Where would you like
And
to move your
then-
hunter's mark?
To this boy, and then Hullbreaker to shoot him.
Uh-huh.
You quickly notch another arrow. No. It moves its head out of the way. The arrow flies past.
Does it want to chow down on the body though?
Wait,
That
don't you
is
get the
that
other
was
one
not
that
his
does-
rider.
Don't you get the other one that does the thing where you shoot someone in 5 feet of it and then you can do the.
He didn't
arrow
do
break
that.
stuff?
No, he did Hordebreaker rather than the other thing because he doesn't have any spells left.
No.
Uh-huh.
I got 3 spells. I used Hunter's Mark, 1 Hail of Thorns, and Hellish Rebuke.
Kelly, you're up.
The Hellish Rebuke
Alright.
doesn't count. That's a racial thing.
Does it? I
It
thought
does
last
not.
time-
Hellish Rebuke does not take a spell slot to use.
So yeah,
Oh,
you
Because
still have one-
there
you
are
still
plenty
have-
of I mean, right?
The
You could
racial
be a
stuff
class
usually
that doesn't have a spell slot.
You get it's per you get uses per day with your.
Yeah, it's,
I mean,
it's-
you get
it's-
one
Right,
use per day.
Okay,
I
but I
think.
thought it took a spell slot. So
Only if you're a warlock and you choose it as a spell.
okay. Well, now I know.
So yeah, you still have one up.
Cool.
Okay, so I guess we're not shooting it.
I mean, he tried to shoot and he missed.
Yeah.
What you want to
Okay.
do, G?
Well, I will
I gotta have this.
force
guy.
feed Agram a potion.
Okay. Quickly kneel down, pulling out a potion off of your belt, forcing it into his mouth.
6
into his
HP. That's chunk.
gullet.
Take it.
Da-na-na-na.
Well, indeed, take it.
And you're up.
Anything else, Kelly?
I don't think there's anything I can do here unless you allow me to climb on top of this monster.
Second wind? You
No,
have
I
any
don't have a
left?
second wind. I've already used it. I only
You
have
have
one
one?
second wind.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Can I climb on top of him
To what end?
so that he don't tongue my ass?
I mean, he can just roll on the ground. He can try to death roll you. I'll allow it though. If you wanna get bludgeoned rather than eaten, it will deal less damage. Certainly.
I only have 1 HP.
I feel.
How about like climb on his back and animal handling to control him, restrain him?
Oh yeah,
whatever.
absolutely, sure. Start by making a athletics check to climb on his back, and then an animal handling. I do want to point out though that these creatures,
13.
you are on his back. You climb into the saddle. I want to remind you, though, these things have a habit of eating their riders when they go down, so...
Look, man, I got 1 HP. I don't have any comebacks from this, so...
You get a tattoo that says no regrets.
Let's go.
Okay. Make your animal...
A 9 is perfect. That's exactly what I needed.
That is not even close. You take the reins, you get your feet in the stirrups, try to get something going on here, and the lizard is just giving 0 fucks. It identifies you as an enemy. Let's start with Agrim. You're prone, and it tries to eat you. So it gets advantage. A 20 will probably hit. You take 4 points of damage. You'll still be alive. I'll need you to make a roll to not go inside the lizard.
Do it, man.
I didn't even know there was a roll to... Oh, shit. Well, that's not actually a dex roll, but your die roll is more than high enough. It would have been an athletics to not go inside the lizard. You're good. You're good, brother. Not inside the lizard is currently your Facebook status.
But it also says is feeling nervous.
This thing is going to slam Kelly up against the pillar that it's standing next to.
Can I get some sort of dex save against this?
No, you're strapped into a saddle.
Am I?
Yes. You climbed into it and tried to animal handle it.
All right, that's fine. 21 AC, let's go.
+4, that's 22. You get...
Is it actually attacking me with the tongue, though? Like,
no, it's using its whole body to slam you up against the wall.
All right, well, I'm down unconscious.
Yes,
so.
you... In the process, it begins eating your body. Yum.
Okay.
Henley. You know that your boy here is about to run out and get it started.
Yep. I'm going to step out and I'm going to shoot this boy.
Okay.
That's the right choice.
Why can I never find the damn...
You come out on one knee, drawing your short bow sideways. You let out an arrow. It slams into the creature.
16?
Finally having taken some damage.
Alright, and I'm gonna actually roll extra damage because Kelly's dex... Oh no, he's not up, is he?
Kelly's not up. He's half inside the mouth of the lizard.
I tried. I really tried.
Almost got there.
I tried so hard.
Finley, this guy runs out next to you. It looks like he's going to try to stab the lizard for a moment. And then instead, he runs up to Kelly and pulls, I believe you said you had 1 more potion of health on your belt.
I do, yes.
And then he force feeds it to Kelly.
Nice.
Oh, damn. Hot damn.
It's just like, He like slices the top off. You know, he instead of trying to get the top off, he just chings it with the dagger and then glass shards into your mouth.
Hell yeah.
This guy is in 100% panic mode. You don't think he's ever been in a fight in his entire life.
You're doing good jobs.
Yeah, Kelly, you got, like a solid, thumb-sized piece of glass in your mouth, but you're like, oh, I'm alive! I'm alive! I'm inside a lizard!
Victory or death.
Agrim, speaking of victory or death, you're still alive, right?
Yeah, just barely hanging on. I look like shit.
Congratulations, you're not inside a lizard, which is a big change for you.
Oh, well, yeah. I guess, when that guy died, my hunter's mark would have moved, right?
Yeah, well, you weren't alive when that happened, but you can move it now.
Okay, well, I want to put it on the guy in front of me.
Of course.
And I want to shoot it in the face.
Sure. Crank that crossbow. He instantly dies.
Sick.
He super dies. You basically double kill him.
And I'll move my hunter's mark to the
Hell
other one.
yeah.
All right, and then I will move over here.
This has been an incredibly brutal, mechanically challenging,
It's just a
difficult battle.
combination, man. That's all it is. Like, Yeah, that's my turn.
Daka, the tides have turned in your team's favor very rapidly. What do you want to do? There's one lizard left. It's injured. It's got 2 hunter's marks, but it is consuming Kelly at high speed.
I'm gonna ditch the bow, run, draw my daggers, and jump and stab.
I assume you're doing the thing where you stretch your stomach out so that you can bring your ab muscles
He's
down.
going full God of War is what he's doing.
Okay.
So
Ares!
first with proficiency, 22
Hey.
for 5,
Yes.
and then that's a hunter's mark.
Punch,
So,
kick. It's
9
all in
damage
the
on that
mind.
Offhand. 15,
I wasn't expecting
7.
a rapper right there.
Punch, punt, 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 kick.
There we go.
Kick, kick. Yeah, he's super dead. Kelly, you roll out of its mouth as all of the desert creatures and their lizard handlers have all expired.
I'm like doing the frontwards like stomach thing, but at the last second I turn around and just like grab and pull along its spine. Just like
Oh man, guys, what a fucking combat encounter that was.
That was rough.
I dropped to my knees because I'm at 2 HP.
Yeah, Agron just falls over on his back and goes, I fucking hate this desert.
Same.
Oh god.
I need to
You
clean
set
my
up.
bottom half.
You guys want to eat some lizard?
Finley, is it because you're covered in lizard stuff or did you shit yourself? Which one is it?
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
The answer is yes.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna gut the lizards and try to find that piece of paper that the leader had.
I want to remind you, your bow is still damaged.
I got mending, so
I have
That's why I'm
another
reminding
longbow
you,
that he
just-
can use. I still got my.
I would
longbow.
hate, as a GM, for you to go into another combat and have it snap midway and just be like, and your bow snapped. And you'd be like, no, I would have mended it. And I would be like, but you didn't. Ah!
And then the
There
dwarf
was-
tosses you his.
there were some moments in that combat encounter where there was a coup de grace coming up, and we just
Close.
narrowly scooted by.
The
Like,
dice giveth and the dice taketh away.
I've really bad news, though. That combat encounter was only worth 250 experience.
are you fucking with me right now?
What?
It was only a 1,000 experience encounter total.
They
Split
just,
4
it's
ways.
not that the guys are strong, it's just the combination of the two. It's
Yeah,
just-
it was a very difficult
I
encounter.
think mostly it was because a lot of the beginning of the fight, just about everyone
Got eaten.
failed
Yeah.
their rolls to get grabbed and stuff. So
Yeah, that was rough.
ugh.
What does
Look,
that paper
the
have
real
on it?
reward is knowing all of that stuff. All right, so you're looking at the paper that they were writing on. Go ahead and make a investigation check to loot through the lizard bodies and the.
Investigation? Fuck.
I mean, this is exactly
13.
what that's used for. 13. Yeah, you find the piece of parchment. It's mostly intact. It's got some stomach acid, some blood, some saliva. It looks like it is. You don't speak Draconic, but of course you'll just pass it to Agrim. It lists a time and a day. It's actually tomorrow around noon, and a location that seems, like it's drawn in the middle of the desert map. Exus comes over and he's like, "Oh, I know where that is. That is the meeting place we were going to tomorrow. The one where they said the spy was going to. I think that they were going to ambush us tomorrow."
I think we should rest up and get there.
Yeah, but I ain't doing shit now. But the Tiefling makes a good point. I mean, that's 4 down, but who knows how many more they have, Kevin. So
Yeah,
What's the best way to cut up one of these lizards for cooking?
Oh, so Exus is just like, "Oh, I know how to do this. There is way too much meat here. I mean, each one of these things is like 400 pounds. We're looking at almost 2,000 pounds of meat."
tonight we feast like kings.
I did miss breakfast.
So my question is, do you want to try to preserve the meat somehow? I don't know that any of you brought salt with you or anything
don't.
like
No,
that.
it's written on my sheet that I have spices and all that kind of garbage with me probably don't have a huge amount of salt.
You probably don't have enough salt to do
Like, I don't have-
2,000 pounds.
I'm definitely not going to
lizard
do
meat.
2,000 pounds, but we can probably make like a set of rations each with the salt.
Yeah.
there.
We could dry some out overnight too, but over fire or something, smoke it.
Yeah, I also have a herbalism kit, so we could like try to make a brine or some sort of preserving agent.
What about loot? Do they have anything good on these guys?
So let's start with the meat. I mean, if you guys want to try to smoke the meat, we can make that. If you do, you'll be able to successfully smoke all 2,000 pounds, just making bigger and bigger fires. Is
No,
there
we don't
someone?
want to do that because we don't want to signal to too many people that there's people over here.
Very well. No smoking. then.
We can smoke a little. I mean, assuming we have a campfire for cooking, you smoke a little bit, but not 2,000 pounds of meat. That's a bit much.
I mean, any fire is still a fire, right?
This is true.
We could also like slice it thin, leave it on the stones, and try to make jerky out of it.
Yeah, these stones probably hot as shit.
That's why I got salt and stuff. So yeah.
So between the salt and an herbalism kit, that in itself, you'll be able to pull like 20 pounds of meat out of it. If you want to try to smoke it, it sounds like fire is a no. If you want to try to leave it on the stones, I want to remind you it literally just rained several minutes ago. They are not going to dry out for a little while.
We can do the
I
fire
mean, it's
if I
been like
thaumaturge.
15 seconds, Arthur. I think they're dry by now.
If I thaumaturge the fire low enough, we might be able to get by with some.
You could attempt to make a smokeless fire. I will allow you
like-
to make a survival check at advantage using the thaumaturgy to aid you in this to make a smokeless fire. But
'Cause thaumaturgy
I want to
only
point out
affects
a
light,
smokeless
not-
fire is useless when you're trying to smoke something.
Well, it'd be more like a drying.
You could
Like a-
you can dry the meat, but that's not going to preserve it overall.
I mean, we've also still got our rations and stuff. I mean, we're not.
Yeah, we don't need 2,000 pounds worth, but if we can get like
We get
enough to
something
get-
out of it. I mean, you know, besides we're resting up here what overnight, I assume because everybody's beat to shit. So
Yeah.
Can we ask our guide about how far from roughly where, if he has any idea how far we are from that point?
Oh, it's about 20 miles away.
We've got a cart and horses. That's really not that far, I think.
Yeah.
It is the desert. One does not move quickly in a desert, especially not a wet desert.
I'm gonna look at myself and I'm gonna look to, rangers like, sure, yeah, okay. We'll
I
take it
mean,
into
do you have
consideration.
favorite terrain desert?
I think rangers just can't be slowed by nature stuff.
No,
can
I
they?
think it has
Just
to be
favorite
their
terrain?
favorite terrain. They
if
can
we-
AoE bring their whole party through favorite terrain with no problem.
What if we mix some of the lizard gut juice with some dirt and like try to track up the wheels so we get more traction?
You want less traction in the desert.
I guess so. You want like less
You don't sink in.
friction.
So let's go ahead and make a survival roll to see if you can dry some lizard meat jerky.
Diagrams.
I'll do
Let
it.
me start by asking, because the difficulty will be how much you try to manage, right? We're talking up to 2,000
well,
pounds.
I mean, I have, Arthur,
Yeah,
I have cooking as a tool.
right. You have some
proficient.
spices, but you definitely don't have enough to cover. Like I
What I'm
said,
saying is,
you're between
it's-
the herbalism
okay.
making a brine and your spices, 20 pounds worth of meat could easily be
no,
preserved.
what I'm saying, I have a proficiency in cooking,
Yeah.
which could help out, or maybe at least
Right.
give.
The roll's at advantage to start
yeah,
with.
okay. Mhm.
The
Sure.
question is just the difficulty will be how much you try to preserve.
One of these things is like 400 pounds worth,
Yes.
like a quarter of that. if
100
that-
pounds?
Yeah.
Okay.
if that.
Sure. Who would like to be the one that prepares it at advantage? Survival check.
I'll do it.
What are you rolling at? Because I got a +4 and then.
I have a +6. I mean, I think we're at the same. I think
Yeah.
we've done this before.
Go ahead. That's fine by me, man.
23.
Okay. You get 100 pounds easily.
Sweet.
You get thinly sliced. You lay it out like bacon strips. Exus is just like, we will eat like kings on the return. You could even, if we find the black market, you could sell this for good money. Or you could turn it over for perhaps good favors to Lord Tong Sang Wei.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Right now, we just got to worry about dealing with the rest of these.
I have not
Fucking-
seen many bridges before, but yes, I agree.
I'll just look at Kelly and be like, That should be enough for a week worth of partying.
Yeah, if you
I
wanted to
agree.
turn this in, to an inn, you could easily get a 100 gold piece party worth and chill your jets. Okay, so that is going to take hours of work to prepare the meat.
It's fine.
It's no easy task.
Long rest.
So my recollection is that you guys will send the monks in first, and then you will be the ambush force.
Well, we were
That's
going to
right.
scout first, and then
We're gonna scout.
And then you were going to return and talk to them. Okay,
Well,
all right.
Yeah, we were gonna send the monks in. We were gonna scout, and we were gonna flank. If they were attacked, we would hit from the side or the rear.
Okay. So the plan is mostly unchanged in that case. Then you know that they will. This raiding force at least was supposed to be waiting for you at the location.
Are we going to do a long rest and stuff? Because
Almost certainly, I believe.
Yeah,
that
we
you will
have
be.
to. I mean, we're cooking this stuff, and we're beat to shit, so we have to pretty much.
Yeah.
So I'm curious what happens at night. You overcome what appears to almost certainly have been probably one of the greatest challenges you've ever fought, and
I'm gonna actually pray, because there came in a bit of epiphany to me, at least to Kelly, because this was almost like an honor, like probably the most honorable combat he's ever engaged in, most likely, and he basically wants to share his epiphany with his god. Yeah.
Sure. Do you pray in front of the fire, putting the head of Boldish near you?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I probably look into his eyes as
his
I do
dead
it.
eyes as his tongue lolls out. Okay, make a religion check.
Okay. 11.
You have a feeling that you're on the right track, right? Like, there's no words, but as you pray and you meditate, what seemed to have been just seconds for you turns into what was clearly minutes. The fire is lower. It has moved slightly. Everyone is in a different place around the fire. They've all moved, and you just feel a feeling of contentment and rightness, that you are on a path that you should be.
All right.
What do the rest of you do? I mean, is there storytelling? I mean, Exus is quiet, right? Like, normally Exus talks a lot, but he just got involved in his first combat. He was ready to kill someone. He saved Kelly's life. Like, this
I'm gonna give him a
dude,
pat on the back. Like, you did a good job here.
Or like
he
Do
shook.
that more often.
be good.
He's just like, no. I think I will stick with my raft.
I put my hand on his shoulder.
I am doing all of this for my son and my daughter. It is. There are many people in the Empire, and there is much food, but there is not enough land. And so, in order to get married, have children, find the one that you love, you must have permission from the Empire. And that is my agreement with Lord Tong Seng Wei. Everything I do here is for my children.
Well, think how much more money you can make for yourself if you market yourself as a guide that can also offer protection.
We do not have money. Money is not a thing in the Empire.
Reputation you can earn.
I think after this, perhaps I might retire. I am not that
might
old,
be a
but
good idea too.
I feel as if I have aged a lot today.
We'll put in a good word with you. With what's his name? Tong Seng?
Tong Sang Wei.
You may have turned the tide for our friend Kelly, and he is invaluable to our group. We'll see what Tong Seng Wei has to say about
I think
that.
you would have been fine. You are all very strong adventurers. It was a fierce and noble battle that you waged.
I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty rough.
Each of you did such heroic acts of murder and blade dancing and archery.
All these dunes were built by just wind. A small force can create big things.
I will consider your words. But I think it would not be wise to rely on me. I am but a riverman.
You will guide us to combat, and that is more than we can say for most people.
I will guide you to the location. We'll see about combat.
Also, like, fist bump Finley, be like, you saved my ass.
Don't mention it.
I apologize for throwing you like a coward, but I needed to save you.
I dreamed I was flying. And then I.
Yes, well,
ground.
I did beat you very hard, so. That's the Orcish word for throwing, by the way.
Yeet.
He's just said in a very guttural way.
Just a gigantic crowd of them just like, yeet, yeet.
So they call them yeeting weapons then, huh? It's a
Yes.
pretty tough one.
Thrown weapons are
That's why he doesn't understand throwing weapons. That word doesn't exist in Orcish. It's yeet.
Right.
We've all learned something tonight.
We've all
I
learned
like that.
the
That's
meme
canon.
Yeah, man. But I think Daka will like look at the map and see if the information that the other guy said, did he like say any landmarks of where these other things are?
They just
So
say they were
Exis
ruins.
can work with you, and he when you ask for more information, he says there is an oasis here, and it is like a giant sand cat. It is a creature, and he says a word, and this a lion. It is like a sand lion that has been created, and people can go inside of it for shelter.
Cave
But
of
most
Wonders. Yeah, okay.
most come for the oasis to get fresh water from a deep river that runs underneath. This is the only place it hits the surface for miles around. Normally, Lord Tongsang Wei's spy, although I should say we know now that he is not a spy but a double agent working for the tribes to lure us to these locations for killing.
Mm-hmm.
Normally likes to operate out of there. So when we go to scout tomorrow, well, when you all go to scout tomorrow, you will probably see him there and his camel.
And
He
that's
may
a-
be
that's a
inside
friendly
of
dude?
the sand lion, but his camel.
He's the traitor, the
He's
double
the
agent.
traitor. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he's the one that's like leading people here to get slaughtered.
Mhm.
Yes.
Interesting. I might ask about like they said like the symbol was the creators who came before the elves.
So when you ask him about that, he says, "I don't know anything about this. There are many things that can be found in the desert, from what I understand. Of course, you might have heard of the plague that has been arisen recently, the Sarn San Sin, the scourge of the storm, a giant beetle, 50 man-lengths long and towering enough to block out the sun."
Didn't he tell us about this?
Yes. I mean, he's telling you more about it now.
Yeah.
He says, it is an ancient legend thought to have been long buried in the sands. It is reawoken. Some have said it is an ancient elven weapon of war used against the early humans, but others say it predates even that whoever made the elves made this thing. That it is not simply a mere beast, but a tool. There are many things like that can be found lost in the desert. Dangerous things, but wondrous as well. I do not know very much about it.
Well, maybe
I am a riverman.
maybe when I get in the library later, then I'm just like searching for keywords basically so I can know what to look for.
You wait to see which text shows up orange.
Yeah. Yeah.
Has a little arrow over the top of it.
Yeah.
I've heard this before. Tell me more about it, shopkeep.
Yeah. A giant beetle, you say? Is there a temple inside? Is it wild? That's what I was thinking. I was thinking the beetle Breath of the Wild thing.
Yeah. I mean, sometime next week, I'm probably going to be trying to beat Breath of the Wild. I'm 2 of the big boss things down. So, I feel like this is a good place to stop, as unless anybody has anything they want to add to this nighttime campfire, surrounded by the desert wind.
As they're all talking, just when they get done, Bigger will just turn around with like a rack of lizard ribs. All right, who's hungry?
Well, your total XP for today is 350.
350.
350.
350.
Puts us Drumurboys at 53, 54, I believe.
Wait, how much? I'm sorry, how much XP was it?
350.
350.
So it puts me at 404.
Yeah, but 53, 54, I believe.
So we're like 1,100 away.
354?
That's what I'm at. It's 53, 54. I'm at the normal.
I was 50 ahead of everyone else.
I'm 5104.
One.
What?
Yeah.
You should be 53.
I think we should just set everybody to the same amount of XP at this point.
I mean, I was at 4704.
Dave,
last session or something.
Dave, what's your XP at? Let's just set everybody's at that amount.
5404.
5404 is now the official XP. Okay. I think I gave you XP once for killing something on your own when nobody else helped out.
No,
but
it was RP or something.
I fought. What's his name?
You fought Rorik.
I killed a what is it? A thief?
Yeah, I mean, I think we should just keep it at the same level because this differentiating thing is
I was only at 5422, so 54 is not a big. And you only gave me that because I was so close to leveling. I was like
that probably was what it was. Yeah. Okay, so good work, guys. I mean, that was a thing. That was a
battle.
That was rough.
That was a fun episode too. Like
I feel like a lot got advanced.
Yeah, we got a decent amount of information. We got some leads.
And a combat episode. That entire episode was combat.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And it was only 15 seconds of combat too. It's like,
well, it was more
15,
like
20.
24. It was almost 30 seconds.
Still, less than a half a minute. D&D, we're walking 5 miles takes 5 seconds, but 5 seconds takes 5 hours.
Takes 5 miles.
Time's made up.
5 miles. Time doesn't matter.
We already know this. We repeat things.
Yeah, and meaningful PC glances can encapsulate entire conversations. You know?
Yeah. Got like that commercial with those 2 kids with the weird eyebrows. They're doing that like for 2 seconds, and you,
Dave, let's talk about outros.
Cool, man. Well, thanks everyone for playing. Thanks to all the people that have given and will continue to give Twitch Prime subscriptions to my man APGamingREAL right here on AP Gaming.
That's right. We didn't talk about Twitch Prime yet.
But yeah, you can find my stuff over at twitch.tv/Henley and youtube.com/Henley. Also, just so you know, I just released a new game on Steam. It is called Hacksaw, HAXOR. It is a retro platforming game similar to like Commander Keen or whatever. The developer's been working on it for a long time. It's what I would consider one of the legacy development games that we had. The next one we're working on is called Warlocks 2, and that'll be released probably in a month on the Switch. So go check that out. That's a much higher quality game. And yeah, that and me. Brian.
Yeah.
I'm gonna yeet you over to you, my man.
I've caught the yeet, if that's a thing.
You got a yeet infection?
Oh my god. I think that's you. Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at Spootnik_71 and on Twitch at Spootnik71 once it's no longer being controlled by the Cambodian. But yeah, no, thanks for hanging out, everyone. And the art is already starting to look good from Cottontailed. So yeah, I'm excited for that.
Oh, did you guys see these new cards that she's working on?
I didn't see them.
I mean, she's got little individual cards now. Holy cow, they look great. She'd been sending them to me during the show.
Really?
Racial features, poison resistance, and class symbol. All right, so let me give you Agrams right here. I'm gonna post it in chat. It's got his little potion to show that he's a ranger that's kind of poisonous, and Daka's got his tiefling fire. Finley's got his halfling luck. Dropping them in Discord, and then we've got, I don't know what, maybe eyebrows. Kelly has eyebrows, I guess.
Eyebrows? What?
I don't know. But yeah, just take a look at them. I think they look great.
Yeah.
She's doing new little drawings of you guys, if she hasn't contacted you yet. Oh, dark vision. Whether or not you have dark vision. Wow. Super smart. Fucking Cotton's like galaxy braining me right now. I can't wait to see the final versions.
Yeah. Looks
Look,
great.
when you're not bagel schmearing, Finley, what else are you doing? Actually, who is Finley Longbottom? Have we ever explained that?
It'll be answered at some point, I'm sure.
I got more backstory out of Atomikspoon than I have out of you. I want to point out it took me like 14 episodes to drag that shit by its lapels out, and you're dodging me all the time.
I'm playing hard to get. It's gonna happen. It'll happen.
You're the Han Solo, man.
I'm just edging.
Han Solo isn't that hard to get. He falls instantly and immediately. It doesn't even take him half a movie to be like, I love you, princess, and I will put my life and ship at risk to save you.
Yeah, but unlike every other person in that story, he needed a whole movie to have a backstory.
It was half a movie. Half a movie. At best. At best.
Oh no, he needed Solo to have a backstory.
Oh, Jesus.
I needed a really good book series.
Solo is one thing.
I think Finley might have the longest backstory because he's got a long bottom.
Wow.
That's right.
You know,
Just,
let's just go ahead and toss
Just
that
trails
over.
behind him.
You know, I actually have a cousin whose last name is the Longbottom, so it's not unusual.
Okay, let's just go ahead and go to DACA. Drumurboy, who are you? Where can people find you? What do you do?
I make music and put it on the internet. You can find it at Spotify or iTunes or Apple Music or Amazon or Google Play. Pretty much any of those robot voices that people have been infiltrating people's houses. If you ask it to play a Drumurboy song, it probably will. Next weekend, I'm going to be playing. I might take this weekend off. Next weekend, I'll probably start Bioshock 2, which I played before, but I've never finished. So that'll be a new experience. Yeah, I think that's it. There's a new thing on Nerd or Die. I wasn't involved with it, but it's called Arcade Pop. It's kind of cool. So if you stream and you like kind of more simplistic, cute stuff, it's very streamlined. It's good. You can do that.
I've been known to. Oh man, it's really hard to get my hands focused here because I'm moving the wrong one. I've been known to use Nerd or Die products from time to time. Sorry, just doing some quick pull-ups on my Nerd or Die animated nameplate here real quick. Oh, man. Just feel the burn here real quick. Oh. Everybody else is looking at me like I'm a fucking moron because I'm just holding my hands up like this.
Just feel the burn like the transition fire.
I really like that transition fire.
Yeah, it's good.
Like at the very end of it, it does like one little swoosh over where my face is and then leaves like a flame there for a moment. I think it's good.
Yeah, that transition is pretty awesome.
It's good. And I think those transitions are actually free. Like you can buy them or like you can download those ones
Yeah,
for free.
it's from the Crusader pack. It's great.
Yeah. So if you want a flaming transition, you can actually get that for free at Nerd or Die. Or you could buy some stuff. Up to you. Do the thing if you want.
You know, I have a really good one, but I'm going to skip it. Atomic, let's just go ahead.
How's it going?
Yeah, how is it going? You tell me.
It's a pretty good session. Yeah, I'm Atomikspoon. I play video games on the internet, usually always saltily. Twitch.tv/Atomikspoon.
I don't know that you were that salty today, though.
I'm just super tired. Speaking of Nerd or Die, I use the uplink package for mine, which is kind of more of like a sci-fi-esque whatever, and it's great. It's the transitions are just beautifully made. So, and I actually got the alert pack that got updated. I've been messing with some of those. It's pretty good too. So, yeah, I'm streaming stuff Tuesdays, Thursdays, and then I'm here on Wednesdays, and occasionally other stuff whenever. I've been messing with the Far Cry New Dawn and complaining about stuff and just going on murderous rampages. But what else is new?
Okay, that's a little weird. Strange flex.
That's what Far Cry is about, kind of. Far Cry is just like you get dropped on an island and you kill everyone and pretend to save it.
Far Cry is Battle Royale.
New Dawn's a little, I mean, it's a little more out there because it's like 15 years after 5, so it's kind of post-apocalyptic, but kind of not. It's like a weird, like Mad Max-esque and Far Cry mix, weird, whatever. Everything's super lethal, even on like normal. Everything will just murder the shit out of you because it's all mutated and it's weird. But I mean, it's okay.
Is it more out there than whatever the fucking 80s one that they did?
Blood Dragon was Blood Dragon was just New Dawn is actually it's actually part of whatever. Blood Dragon was just
Blood Dragon is way better than Primal. That's for sure.
Blood Dragon is fucking. I mean, Blood Dragon is a beautiful thing. It's kind of.
I love the fucking video game intro for it, where it's like, he came back from Vietnam too.
Yeah, no. Versus New Dawn is actually like takes place 15 years after 2. It's not, but it's okay. It's not as much gun customization as and like I said, there's even like turkeys are super aggro and stuff like that. So
I remember
you've never fought a turkey in real life, man.
I remember watching a stream and someone got on an ATV and a turkey chased them down. And like just
one of my favorite things is you can have the companions or whatever. There's a dog called Timber and he hops into the passenger seat with you.
Nice.
Yeah, no, he's
finally did that, huh?
Yeah, you can pet him. You can pet all the non-aggressive dogs and stuff. So it's great. It's nice. But that's all I've been doing pretty much this past 2 weeks.
Yo, what up? Speaking of non-aggressive dogs, sup? It's your boy, AP Gaming. Some of you might know this new product called Twitch Sings, where you can download a browser with 1,000 songs in it, record yourself singing or show it live, and then leave it posted up for a duet. I thought I was a pretty good singer, enough that I insulted my fellow co-singer, co-streamer Lexi Tales for her, frankly, quite awful singing, like tone deaf, basically like a dead cat. I did 3 different songs, I listened to them, and I realized not only did I have to delete these VODs and never let anyone hear them, but I might actually never sing again for the protection of the human race. Could an elder god be summoned? Might I get a fan club of people who hate me and want to rip my vocal cords out? It's possible. Having heard these.
There is like some sort of auto-tune setting that you can turn on and it tries to correct your pitch, but
nothing could help me here. Nothing.
Okay.
What'd you say?
The Aladdin song, I Could Show You the World, Backstreet Boys, and Bohemian Rhapsody.
With me, dude. Why do people keep fucking with me? Oh my god. Oh.
What's wrong with you? You don't want it that way? Is that you don't want it that way? Come on, everyone wants it that way. I want it that way.
No. I was in high school. I was in a musical for Aladdin.
I was in show choir
as Aladdin.
Okay.
You can tell by my brown face that I was a perfect Aladdin. And I don't know. Every time I see Aladdin, hear Aladdin, think Aladdin, I get super triggered and super like the cringe is just inside of me. Just like, Argh.
You sure? Because I mean, Dave, you're in the middle of a desert right now, and I can show you the world shining, shimmering, splendid.
Yeah. Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart decide?
See, yeah, exactly.
Now we just have to go meet Will Schmidt. We can't.
Will Schmidt?
Legally,
he's the German version of Will Smith. He's exactly the same, but he only raps in German with 16-syllable long words.
Legally distinct from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Will Schmidt is a polka artist.
Oh, polka.
He's at the fusion edge of rap polka.
He's the guy
I hate this so much.
He's the guy that made the polka rap. You know
the polka rap. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm done. Let's see here. My show tomorrow night's going to be a big one. It's the start of the mid-season arc. So one of my guests is coming on to play the bad guys, and this is the first time the players have ever faced a force that is larger than theirs. Numerically. So, like each unit gets its own battle value, and the enemy battle value is higher than theirs for the first time ever. And we brought in a guy who's been playing for about 25 years to play the bad guys, and I'll be playing his character that he played when he guested. So I pretty much feel like we've swapped places, and also that we're all going to die, and it's probably my fault.
So what you're saying is tomorrow will be the end of that campaign?
No, because see, the unit is big enough and has a solid enough story. I mean, we're in our 3rd season. We've been playing for a year and a half. It's a fucking solid show. I feel like they could all die and we would just, make new characters for the unit down the road. But yeah, if they lose, it'll be bad and it'll be slow and it will be incredibly painful. Look at you
Much
fight
like
this
the
cat.
fight that we just had.
Yeah, exactly. Now look, I know Atomic feels like he battles his cat, but right, if Atomic yawned right now and his cat put its mouth into his mouth and smelled the back of his throat, that would be what my cat does. Right?
My cat
That is
just
the
leaves me
weirdest
with
shit in the
bodily
world.
injury. Yeah,
One
no.
time I yawned and closed my eyes and my cat was smelling the back of my throat, and I was like, if I close my jaws right now, you're so fucked, cat. You
My
just
cat
fucking
just
get-
draws blood repeatedly. Like I have a scar.
Yeah,
because
no, I got
I have
that.
like a 2.5 inch
Why do
scar.
people keep cats? They're so weird. Anyway,
I know, they're the worst.
guys, I'm really gonna go.
I
boys.
know.
We run-
Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you next week. Yeah, we'll see you next week.
Mhm.
Swish.